Hi folks, we're back in the workshop and we're doing a bit more tinkering. So let's see what I'm up to. Right, well here we are back in the workshop. It's so nice to have a nice tidy workshop. I'm not fully there yet, but we're 3/4 of the way there now. So first of all, if you've never been to our channel before, please do consider subscribing by hitting the subscribe button down there. Ring that little notification bell and that way you'll get notified when we upload a new video. So first of all, I'd just like to say thank you again for some of you who have actually visited my Amazon wish list there and bought a few little things from the list that's in the link below the description. And the first one is from Huey Bell. He says, "Hi Martin and Sharon, just a few things off your wish list. I look forward to seeing how the plastic welding goes. The pry bars, disc and plastic welder are from Huey Bell." Thank you very much, Huey. And what he's got me here, as I say, these I'm using these all the time. These are the 1mm cutting discs, and these are absolutely ideal for what I want for my little 4.5-inch grinder. Something I've been after for a long time are the Sealy pry bars here, and these are absolutely ideal. Let me just open these. As I say, these come in very handy when you're trying to pry the flywheels off of the top of a lawnmower, for example. I've always messed about with different size screwdrivers, and it's not the best way, whereas these have got a lovely little angle on the end of them, and it just entails you to be able to just get the right amount of pressure without forcing it. Here we go, look at these little babies. Look, that's the big one, obviously. They've got a little thing on the end to protect them, but yeah, I mean, something like this size, for example, is absolutely handy for levering the flywheels. Well, you just give them a tap with a hammer, and that just ensures that that little angle is the thing that does the good job. A straight screwdriver, you can't always get in there. So I've got a fantastic little set of them. I'll find a little place for them. And this is something I wanted to try. I've seen it on YouTube and it seems to work very well. It's called a liquid plastic welder. And basically what it does, you've got a little ultraviolet light here. You've got the chemical in the other end of it, and you basically squirt the chemical on, shine the ultraviolet light on, and it repairs in absolutely seconds, that quick. So I've got a little plastic item here which I actually broke yesterday. I'll tell you about that in a second, and we'll just give it a go on that in a second. And the final one that's come through the post: "Hi Martin and Sharon, a long time viewer and loving the videos, keep them coming, enjoy." This is from Andy, and he goes by the name of Bay Traders on YouTube. So these are, again, another thing I've been looking at getting but I've never bothered. I don't know whether you remember or not, but I've always had a set of steel guitar strings up there. And the reason why is because they used to be ideal for poking into jets, for cleaning jets out. Well, as I say, I've been after these for ages, and now I'm lucky enough to have a full set of them. And these basically are gas welding jet cleaners, basically. So they're ideal for doing lawnmower or carburettor jets. And they come in various sizes, as you can probably see there. There's just one packet. I'll open that one packet for you there. And they do go down even smaller than this. So there's two packets of them there, as you can see. They're even smaller than ones, as you can probably see there. And they're ideal. They just file out and clean the jets. They've got a slightly rough surface, so it's just good enough for you to clear a jet out, and you know that there are all different sizes there for many different applications. And I think there's also a set of cleaning brushes there as well, yeah. So absolutely ideal, fantastic. Thank you very much indeed for my 2 subscribers who have purchased them off my Amazon wish list. So let's put them to that side now, and let's just try this Bondic plastic ultraviolet welder out, shall we? So let's have a little look at this. Get out the packet. As you can see, there's a set of instructions there, and this is the actual item in question. As you can see, it's got a little UV light on the end there, which you just press to activate. And in this little tube here is the actual fluid. And all we basically do, we remove the lid from the cap, we inject it, and then we spray the light on there. We squirt the light on there for how long does it say? I think it's something silly like 5 seconds. I'll have to read the instructions. So they do say that this is not a glue, and it won't work as a glue, but what you can do, as I say, it bonds to the surface of the product that you're trying to repair. And if you want to build up a thickness of it, you build it up in layers. So things must be clean and dry. So we've cleaned and dried this piece here. It's basically an oil filler cap, which is snapped off. I can get a new one, but I just wanted to try this anyway. And it will only cure where the light can reach the stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to run a bead along here first of all, close it together, and then I'm going to run a bead around the outside, and hopefully that will grab onto the plastic work there. So that's my thinking. So I'm just going to just carefully put a few drops around the inside where it is actually broken. I'm going to place that on there. Right, that's back where it needs to be. So I'll just try a corner first. So I'm going to run that in that little seam there, as you can probably see. Not going to do it all yet, but just run that in there, turn it round, and shine the light between 4 and 8 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's take that off there like that. And has that stuck? Yes, it has. So I'm going to go around now the whole lot. It is like a very thin liquid when it goes on. And then just put that whole light on there. And then spin it round as I go. So if you held the light further away, the more time you've got to hang it on there. I'm probably going over this probably too much, to be honest with you, but I don't care. I'm going to do it. And it's the UV light that actually cures it. That's actually stuck. That's unbelievable. Yeah. Right, well, I've just gone over it again, as you can probably see, and built it up a bit. So I'll put a feat layers on now. And what I did notice, when I was actually holding the light on this and moving it round, there was a little bit of steam coming off it. So it does actually cure it by a heat process. So if I just show you that, can you see the shiny rim now I've put on there where I've built it up? Look. It's actually solid. It's actually gone hard. And that's really in a little bit of no time. 4 to 8 seconds, I suppose, is okay for one thin layer. But I mean, I've been going around that 2 or 3 times just to ensure. And as you can probably see there, look, that's solid. So I can fit that now. And here's my compressor, as you probably know. This is Jimmy's one. And I've actually got a problem with this. The bearings, I think, I got in the motor. I'm not going to mess about. I've just ordered a new motor for it anyway. I can repair this at another time. It was £149 for a new motor, so I've just got one as a spare, so that's what I've done there. So that's why I can't do any sandblasting at the moment. But I will just break this off again if I can. Yep, there we go. So I've snapped that back off again, and let's pull that off if we can. Let's get that off. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. So I've actually separated it off again. And just to show you what it turns into, it does turn into some sort of hard plastic, as you can see there. So obviously make sure that your surfaces are clean, because that's what bites into it. And as you can see there, look how tough that is, look. That's how it goes off. That's that liquid, look. I can't even rip it open, look. So it's quite strong, but obviously make sure that your surfaces are clean to ensure that you do get a good bond. So I will obviously do that again, but just to show you what the product is actually looks like. So there we go, there's that. That's very good, actually. So this is my next thing which I've got to do, are obviously the brakes on the Vauxhall Signum. I've just taken the caliper off. I've been outside and just removed that and stripped it down. So here's the old stuff which I've taken out of it. In fact, the pistons look pretty good, to be honest with you. I'm quite happy. I could have probably reused them and just bought a seal kit. But I've actually bought the whole lot. So there's the new bleed nipples there. There's all the seals and the oil and the 2 little rubber plugs there, as you can see, for the calipers, for the pins to slide in. I've actually powder coated this already, as you can probably see. I've done that a while back when I planned to do this. So that's ready to go. But I can't actually sandblast this at the moment. I'll give it a clean, as I say, but I can't actually sandblast this at this moment in time because, as I say, I'm waiting for the new motor to come from the sandblaster, so I'm stuck on that. There's me new pistons as well. So the whole kit is there to do the front of both sides of the front of the Vauxhall Signum. So as I say, that will end up looking like that once it's sandblasted. So I'm going to have to leave that for the moment. But whilst I was clearing up, I did find this old light fitting, and I don't know where it's come from, but I'm going to make use of it because out in our patio area, when Jimmy was a boy, he smashed it down, the old one with a light. So I'm just going to have a little look at this, and I'm sure it's going to do the job. So I may take that energy bulb out. I think that's one of the older ones where they take a while to warm up, so that's not really very good. So I think the LED ones are going to be the way to go for the moment. So yeah, that'll clean up all right, I think. So it's been sitting in the workshop, so it's actually got overspray on it, on the glass. So again, while I'm waiting to do the bits on the car to get the compressor up and running again, I might as well do these little jobs. And if I'm doing these little jobs, I might as well show you what I'm up to. Now, I've not uploaded a video to my Retro Hacks channel for about a month now, as I think I mentioned in another video. So I did start a restoration, but I've had to stop, obviously, because the compressor is out of action, and I'm waiting to do some media blasting. So that's on hold for the moment. I'll show you that in a second. Yeah, I think that's going to be all right. So I'll just take that bulb out of there afterwards. Well, put it up first, and then we'll take the bulb out. So as you can see, coming over here, this is where I do my Retro Hacks channel, and I've actually taken apart one of these old Black & Decker 1960s or 70s drills. These are the actual bearings for it. Look, they look little copper or bronze or brass bearings on that. So that's that. I haven't ordered one of these yet. I might just refurbish that, I'm not sure. There's nothing really wrong with it, but it was just a matter of doing that. And there's the armature there, which I've undercut and cleaned up. The wiring and switches is all okay, but this, as I say, I wanted to powder coat these. And I was going to sand, well, I think I will. I could probably get away with not sandblasting them, but I want to do it anyway, so people like watching the sandblaster in action. So that's what I'm doing there anyway. I haven't ordered new brushes, although the brushes do look all right in that, so that's fine. So that's on my Retro Hacks channel coming up. Maybe this Friday, so keep an eye out for that one. Right, okay, so here we are, up the ladder. Just going to undo this. As I say, this got broken off many moons ago by Jimmy. And I've never done it, but I found that old light fitting, so might as well go up. Oh, loads of spiders made their home in there. So, it has got an earth cable there, so I will obviously be utilising that earth cable. So before I do start messing about with this, let's just put that on and see if we got any voltage here at all. No, we're fine. Absolutely fine. Just check that earth as well. No, you never know. You never know. So that's fine. Right. Okay. Let's undo this old bracket off the wall. There we go. There we go. And hopefully should just pull off. Oh, someone's put a third screw in there, look. And it would be a different screw, wouldn't it? Back up with a different screwdriver bit in the drill. There we go. Hopefully it should pull off. And there we go. Right, okay, let's put that there for a minute. Let's have a look at our... Well, I'm going to need my holes. Yeah, so let's just get myself two little marks on that wall. Right, hopefully. Yep, let's give me two holes. There's two. Let's go and get some raw plugs. Right, okay, they're in. Right, okay. Let's just cut them off flush, give them some new terminals. Give them some new terminations. Right, let's get our light fitting up. Right, let's just connect these in. Now what I will need to do is to get some sealer to go around here, some silicone sealer, and put it on there, otherwise rain's just going to go down the back there. The connection's well protected. I've actually got the connection sticking up in the air rather than it hanging down, so it's all preventing ingress of moisture. So we'll just put that over there like that for the moment. Make sure our connector, as you can probably see, goes straight inside there, look. Push it right out of the way. There's a loop on the cable so water isn't going to run into the connector. And all we'll do, just put our fixings in. As I say, for the moment I'll have to take this off again until I get some silicone, because I've had a good clear out. I've thrown it away. It was probably hard anyway, so. Oh, there we go, that ain't going anywhere. Let's get a bulb to put inside it. Found this bulb. Let's whack that in there. Right, okay, let's go and turn it on. Right, okay, shall I turn it on? That's the only bulb I've got at the moment. It's not really bright enough. It's one of those energy bulbs, but at least it proves it works. Right, that's another job over and done with now. I think I'm going to go inside now and have a cup of tea. That sun's bright, isn't it? Is that better? And I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully, I'll get the sandblaster working and the powder coating done on that brake caliper, and then we can start moving on, getting things fixed on the motors. Thanks very much. See you in the next video, and until then, bye for now.